Welcome to our channel. In this video we will learn about how to delete the blank rows in Excel using the below methods. The first one is xlVBA macros method and the second one is automation in your Excel command. So here we are going to use Excel loop, get cells, delete cells and the other actions. So let's start. So for an example, I have created a sample workbook. Let me open this workbook so you can see. I have the data from 2010 to 2020. So from 2010 to 20 and I have ordered data such as 2011, 12, 13 in order. I have data. In between I have somewhere I have a blank rows. So somewhere 2 blank rows, somewhere 1 and in between somewhere 4 blank rows. Now my current requirement is I need to delete all the blank rows from my Excel. So this is my current task. For that I have two options. The first one is Excel macro and the another one is using the automation anywhere command. So using the Excel command I have written. So first I will run the Excel macro command. So you can see how fast the Excel macro is working. So I click on run. The runtime window has been started. You can see within a second it completed the action. And let me open the task. Okay, here I have used the automation every Excel command, get cells, delete cells, loop functions and other items I have incorporated. So let me click on save and now I will run this task. So you can see this will also delete the particular rows, blank rows in the Excel, but it will take some more time compared with the Excel macro. It will take some more time. It's open the Excel spreadsheet and you can see now you can see how the task is deleting the particular row. In Excel macro it cannot see since I have it's completely completed the activity within a seconds. So let me close this and first I will show you how to use the Excel macros for that. Okay, let me open this Excel workbook and if you have the developer tab and you can just click on Visual Basic or else just you need to press Alt plus F11 key. Together you need to press Alt plus F11 key. That's it. In the keyboard you can see Alt key as well as plus F11 key. Once you press Alt plus F11 key you will be directed to this page, this Microsoft Visual Basic for Applications window. Here you need to create a module. In order to create the module, just right click. After that click on Insert and click on Module. Once you click on Module you need to enter the code. Just mention sub, after that mention any names. So now I will give delete blank. After that just press enter. So once you hit on the enter you can see end sub as well as the parenthesis symbols were appeared. It's automatically reflecting. So now within this sub to end sub you need to create your codes. So here already I have written the code. Also I will update this code in my video description so you can use at any time. So very simple code, one line code, sheet 1 dot range A1 to A500 dot SpecialCells xlTypeBlanks. So this is the main thing. This will select the xlTypeBlanks. Blanks row will get selected as well as it deleted from the Excel workbook. Very simple logic I have used. So let me run this one so you can see. So you can see within a second it's deleted the blank rows. Or if you want to delete the particular rows, next I will show you. Sheet 1 dot range A1 dot EntireRow.Delete. Very simple. Now it will delete the particular row. So now I need to delete the second row or first row. So now it will delete the first row. So first row I have year, values, final status. So it will get deleted. When I am running this code you can see the macro will delete the first row. Now the first row has been deleted. Perfect. The task is complete. Like this you can use the macros. Excel macros will works perfectly. So I will close this window. Next I will show you how to use the automation anywhere commands such as Excel command. And okay, already we have created the macro, right? So once you have created the macro you need to run the macro from the task. I missed that point. So you need to run the macro from the task. For that just use Excel open spreadsheet function. Just drag and drop Excel open spreadsheet and you need to select the particular Excel workbook. And it should be the Excel macro workbook should be .xlsym format. The extension should be .xlsym. This is very mandatory. Need to select and a specific sheet name if possible please provide. Just click on save, that's it. And next you need to use run xl macro command. So in the run xl macro command, session names, you know that the session name should be same as for the open spreadsheet, and the macro name within this sub we have provided one name, right? So here we have used macro. If you are change the name such as delete or delete blank rows, something like that, you need to provide the accurate macro name to the particular prompt. So in this text box you need to provide this sub name. Okay, exactly you need to provide. Once everything is done, click on save. Very simple. In the taskbar you are going to use very simple 2 lines. First what you have done is you have created the xl macro using the alt F plus F11 key. You have created the window. After that, within that you have created sub and apply this code, updated this code. Very simple. Within a second you have completed this activity. In the taskbar also very simple, 2 lines code, open spreadsheet and the run xl macro. Okay, next start with how to use the automation every xl commands. So here we need to write 10 or 12 lines code, as well as if your data, if you have lakhs of data, more than 2 lakhs data, at the time my recommendation is you can go with this macro method, since it will complete the actions within a minute. But if you are using this automation every command, it will take 10 minutes or 15 minutes, something like that. Maybe it will exceed the time. So my choice is just go with the xl macro method. As well as you can use the VB script also, but you cannot use the database command. So when you are trying to access this with the connection string, database connection string, definitely it will not work. We have options called as update delete. You can try, but it will not work in the connection strings. The database will not work xl as a database. So you need to use either xl macro or else task in the xl command, as well as you can use the VB script command. You can use any of the options. So hope you learn about the xl macros. So let me jump into the xl command. The first you need to open the Excel spreadsheet. So very simple, just you need to select the file, the particular file. You need to click on browse and select the file. I'll select the file, blank rows I have selected, and the specific sheet name you need to mention that. If the header is available, just click on contains header and click on save. After that you need to use get all cells options. In the get cells you can see get all cells options. You need to choose get all cells, or else if you want to validate for only the particular cells such as range between specific cells A1 to A500 or something like that, you can choose. That's up to you. The get all cells also works, and the get multiple cells also works. After that you need to use the variable operations. So next I will show you why we are using the variable operations over here. And you need to use xl, each row in the Excel spreadsheet. For that, just go to loop. Under this loop, each row in an Excel data set. Just you need to drag and drop each row in an Excel data set. Okay. Within that you need to use the variable operations. So here I have used first I have created the local variable called as b count. So the value is currently empty. So just I have click on add, and I have created 2 variables. The one is b count and the another one is cell value. So both the values are empty. Just I have created the value variable. After that, within this variable operation, I have incremented one count. So you may think like we can use the counter variable over here, but we cannot use the counter variable since we are going to delete particular rows, so that the counter variable will not decremented each and every time. So how the counter variable works, like first time it will reflect as 1, second time 2, third time 3, right? So at this time it will reflect as 3, but here we are going to delete this row. So next what will happen is the counter function, it will not work perfectly. It will consider this row as 3, so that it will get confused. It will not delete the particular rows using the counter function. So you are going to create the variables. So in the variable operation, already we have created the local variable as b count. Within this we are going to increment the values plus 1. So very simple, within the for loop you are going to add the variable operation as b count plus 1. So here we are going to increment the count plus 1, right? So the first time it will reflect as plus 1. In order to avoid that, I have used this variable operation. Variable operation is equal to b count is equal to 0, which means first time it will consider as 0 after plus 1, so that it will works perfectly. And that reasons I am using 0, as well as xl get value of cell. Get cell, using the get cells function, I have used the get single cell, and I am getting a v count. So first time it will reflect as a1, second time a2, third time a3, like the counter functions. The counter functions, how it works, like a1, a2, a3, a4, something like that. The same it will works, but here I have decremented the value. That's what I have created the variables. So here I have a plus 1, added plus 1, and after that xl get value all cells, and I have used very simple a v count, and I have assigned the value to variable. I need to check the value is blank or if there is any values are available. In the a column, I am validating the count, and I assign the value to the variable. After that, using the if condition, so I am going to validate. Already I have assigned this value into the cell value variable, right? So using that in the if condition, so I will show you how to use the if condition. So let me go to the if. Using this variable, click on edit. Here you need to select the variable, blank variable, cell value. So equal sign, and you don't need to update any fixed values. Just click on save. You are trying to compare null value. Yes, we need to compare the null value. So you don't need to update any values in the fix. So that's it, very simple. You can add the if conditions over here. Within the if condition, we are going to use xlDelete cell v count. So if the value is particular value is blank, row is blank, then we need to delete the cell using this xlDelete cell command. Delete cells, and here we need to use specific cell. So in the specific cell, just I have provided the count a v count, since already we have assigned the variable to the v count. In the variable operation, v count is equal to v count plus 1. It will increment each and every time, so it will not affect. So you can directly pass the variable a to v count. Click on insert. Perfect. Okay, here also you need to use entire row. Just ensure that you need to select on entire row, then only it will works. After that, so now the one of the value has been deleted, right? One of the row has been deleted. Now you need to decrement one value, then only the function will works perfectly. Or else what will happen is the loop will directly, okay, for an example you can consider, now the loop is in a 9th row, okay. If you delete one of the row, then what will happen is directly it will jump into 11th row. It will not consider the 10th row. There is a lot of problems are there. So you need to decrement the value, then only you can achieve your target. Very simple codes. Using this, you can delete all the rows. Very simple. First, I have opened the spreadsheet, and using the get all cells functions. Get cells functions, I have selected the get all cells, and variable operations, I am going to use v count variable. First, I have mentioned 0, and within the start loop function, I have used one of the each row in an Excel datasheet loop function. I have drag and drop, and in the variable operations within the loop I am incrementing the variable operations v count plus 1. Each and every time I am incrementing the value as v count plus 1, so it will works. After that I am getting the value so that I can able to validate. Since okay, I'll open the workbook so you can see the results. So each and every time I need to validate in the A column whether the value is available or the value is null, so that I can make the actions, right? For that, first I am getting the value using this get value of cells. So using the get value of cell, get single cell, and I have used a v count. Since already we have incremented the values, so it will increment, and as well as I have assigned the value to cell value variable. It's a local variable I have assigned. And if cell value is equals to, very simple. I have used the if condition. Using the if condition, variable cell value and operator sign equal to and fix. Here I have not updated any value. This is very mandatory. You don't need to update anything. Just click on save. After that, delete cell. Using the delete cell command, I have used a count and I have checked the entire row. This is also very important. You need to check the radio button as entire row. Once everything is done, you can click on save and you can now everything is done. You can run this task. Now I executed this task, so you can see it will open the spreadsheet and get all the cells. Yeah, directly you can see in the loop function it's working successfully, and you can see the results 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14. So it's not deleted any other unwanted rows. You know, that's what we have used the variable operations, increment as well as the decrement functions. So this decrement is very important. First you need to decrement. So you cannot use the counter variable over here. So if you have a logics with the counter variable, you can use that. But my recommendation is you do not use the counter variable. Since we are going to delete the rows, so it will affect your counter counts. That's the reason we are not going to use. Hope you learned something today. Really thanks for your time. As I mentioned earlier, I'll update this task code as well as my macro code into the video description. So please keep subscribe my channel. Please keep watch all the videos. Thanks for watching. Really thank you. Bye bye. Please subscribe. Don't